Hello Year 1. Today in maths we are starting a new topic. So we're finished with measuring length and height and now we are measuring weight and mass. So pause the video to tell your adult what do you think this is called. Okay, this is called a scale. So we get lots of different types of scales and this is the balance scale. So when the balance is straight like this, that means that the weights are equal. Remember, equals means the same. So the weights are the same because there's nothing in there at the moment. So when I put some cubes into this pink bucket, you can see that the weight goes down. So when it goes down, it means that it is heavier. So this side is now heavier than this side because there's more weight in there. But when I put this snow globe into here, it will move again because the snow globe was heavier than the cubes. Or we could also say that the cubes are lighter than the snow globe. So I'll take those out now. But when we're feeling objects, we can also tell ourselves which one is heavier than the other, but we can use the scales to be more accurate. Now, which of these do you think is heavier? The baked beans or the cubes? Pause the video to tell your adult. And now to check, we can put them in the scales. So we'll put the cubes in one and the baked beans in another. So our sentence would be the baked beans are heavier than the cubes, or the cubes are lighter than the baked beans. We'll try another one. Which do you think is heavier, the teddy bear or the baseball? Pause the video to tell your adult. And how can we prove it? So we can prove it by putting them into the scales. So we'll put the baseball in, and then we'll try to fit the teddy bear in. Okay, so the teddy bear is heavier than the baseball. And now, which is heavier, the snow globe or the baseball? Now they're similar sizes, so we can check. The snow globe is heavier than the baseball. Now you might have been surprised because they are similar sizes, but just because something's the same size doesn't mean that they weigh the same. Just because something's bigger doesn't mean that that's heavier. And if something is smaller, it doesn't mean that that's light. Okay, so like we would in a maths lesson, can you write your date 23/04/2020 and the LI to know how to measure weight? Okay, so here is our task. Fill in the missing gaps to make the sentences correct. The something is heavier than the something else. The something is lighter than the something else. The something is equal to the something. So I'll do the first one for you. The football is heavier than the banana. The banana is lighter than the football, and we know that because the scale has gone up, so that means that the banana is lighter and the football is down, so that means that it is heavier. Pause the video to finish these and write the sentences in your workbooks. Okay, the answers are the football is heavier than the banana is lighter than the football. The apple is equal to the banana, or you could also have the banana is equal to the apple. The sweet is lighter than the bread, or the bread is heavier than the sweet. Well done if you got those correct. Now your task for today is to find different objects in your house and compare their weights, like we just did in the previous activity, and write the sentences in your workbook. So I've done one here. The car is equal to the cubes. Now you can use any objects that you can find in your house. You can weigh them with your hands and then you can check them with a scale if you have one. So your extension challenge, Timmy says, I'm thinking of an object. It is heavier than an apple but lighter than a dictionary. What could it be? Now you can look at anything in your house. Just remember that it has to be heavier than an apple and lighter than a dictionary. If you can't think of how heavy a dictionary is, you can just find another book in your house. Remember to send us your work when you're finished to the Year 1 email so that we can see what you have been weighing.